Hi everyone, this is Glenn Flaherty from Boardgames and Bourbon. Right now I want to talk to you about Clank, the Mummy's Curse, which is a brand new expansion for Clank the game, the deck builder. And I'm going to show you what comes in it and how it plays and all that good stuff. So first of all, you're going to open up the box. You're going to get a little book of instructions. There's only like 4 pages. It's pretty easy. You're going to get a little promotional card over here for something called Eternal, whatever. Okay, and then you get this big old board, a few pieces, and all these cards that apply to the game. So what comes in it? What are the things about it? Well, what's new about it is you're going to get a lot more cards to give you new things. You're also going to get some new mechanics that will keep it fresh. Okay, so you're going to get this board here that is set in an Egyptian kind of world, right? It's two-sided as always. You have the above ground, below ground. But the twist in here is that this board, including the below ground, is broken into 4 areas. The 4 areas that these are broken into are going to have to do with something called the mummy. And so they give you this little mummy. And what this is, this represents the monster in the game that you're always trying to defeat to get currency and stuff like that in the game. Well, what does the mummy do? How does it move around? How does it work? Well, this mummy here is going to be related to this D4 over here. And what's going to happen is the mummy's going to start in the center here. And the areas are kind of delineated by color, but there's also these little triangles. Let me move that out of the way. And these little triangles tell you where each of the sections are, and they relate to a face of this die. And when you roll the die, the mummy's going to go there. When the mummy goes into a location, 2 things are going to happen. 1, everyone in that area is going to get a curse. What is a curse? A curse is a little token like this. Okay, and this subtracts 2 from your score. But the good side of having the mummy in your area is that if he's in your area, now you can try to fight him, okay? And fighting him is what's going to give you a bunch of goodies. So here's the mummy monster itself. If you pay 4 coins, you pay 2 over here on the left-hand side, you're going to play 2 fights. You're going to get 4 coins, and you can remove a curse, which means you gain 2 points. Or if you fight it for 3, you can remove half of your curses rounded up. So that's really great if you are heavily cursed. And then you roll and you move the mummy again, okay? Now, that's the main mechanic that kind of keeps it fresh. And I love that mechanic because in a way to me, it is like when you buy an expansion for Elder Sign, whether it's Streets of Arkham or Omens of the Deep, it gives you a new mechanic that reinvigorates the game. And this really reinvigorates it for me, okay? Now, on the other side of that, you want a game that perhaps simply gives you more of the same. So, you might think of like Daily Magics of Valeria. They have a ton of expansions. They more or less all just add more content for the person who's an enthusiast. This does that too. You're going to get this big old stack of cards over here that more or less do the same things, okay? The only difference being, with the curses, you're going to have cards like this over here. This is called a canopic jar. Do I know how to read? Maybe. I don't know how to pronounce. But if you do this, you draw 4 cards and you take a curse, right? So there's a good and a bad there. But if you fight a monster, this one over here, what is this called? This is called a crocodilian. And this is defeat it, -1 Clank, awesome. Remove a curse, double awesome. So you get 2 goodies there. Another thing about this that I like is that they give you a prop and marketplace over here where you can put your things off the board and lay out everything you're trying to buy. Thank you very much. I wasn't a fan of how they were all stacked on top of each other in the old game. And then on top of that, what do they give you? They give you some mysteries. Let's see here. Here's a minor mystery. And what it says, you get 3 points and you got to roll the die. You got some major mysteries over here. You get 5 points and roll the die. You're also going to have an idol over here, which is a big old awesome one. And that is a 10-point idol over there. And that's really about it. Other than that, the board's the same. The cards more or less do the same things. But the moving of the mummy is a really cool new aspect. And that is it, okay? So if you see what you like here, definitely go get it. I think it definitely is a nice addition and a nice change up to the Clank experience, okay? Thanks so much, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Now when he was a young man